Let's kick this show off today, friends. Olympic gold medalist boxer Imane Khelif has filed a cyberbullying lawsuit now against social media platform X. Okay, so she specifically names J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk, among others, after false claims about her sex and gender circulated around the world. Now, despite being born female, she does not identify as transgender or intersex. Rumors persisted that she should not be able to compete against another woman. So finally, this lawsuit has come out. Is it going to make a difference for people who were spewing lies about her?
Hopefully it does. Who's been really put through it for the last couple of weeks over all of this horrible news. But this is just the consequences of people relying on social media instead of credible news sources for information. And shame on JK and anybody else who tweeted about this story without finding out what was really going on, because the arrogance for you to think that you know more than the IOC. In order to compete in the Olympics, you can't just show up.
I tried. It does not work.
There are so many blood tests, urine tests, there's so many things you have to do that the thought that they were smarter than the IOC and that they were the ones to decide.
Well, the Boston Globe, though, also reported incorrectly about it, too. So it was actually credible news sources who incorrectly. Exactly.
Shame on them. Exactly. You consider yourself a journalist in this way you did? I'm just going to say this. I'm glad that she's suing them because you know what? You do have to hit people where it hurts, get them in the pocketbook, so it teaches them. You can't just say whatever you want. And I hope she gets money, but I also think there should be a lifetime ban. If you have a large following on your social media, it is irresponsible for you to put out this type of misinformation that it can affect someone's life. And I think there should be a lifetime ban.
Unfortunately, though, and I agree with everything you're saying, unfortunately, I think the damage is already done because JK has not pulled down any of the things. She's retweeted a lot of things. It sort of doubles down on her stance on it. And it's like the people who follow her, and she has a substantial following, are all going to still be on some kind of rabbit hole of misinformation. And it reminds me a little bit of when Alex Jones, you remember a famous conspiracy theorist, he was...
Sandy Hook denier.
He was denying that Sandy Hook happened, and he ended up having to pay out $1.5 billion to the families for that misinformation. But I guarantee you there are still people who adore him who believe that misinformation. So unfortunately, even if she does get a payout, and she does deserve one, the damage in a way is done. So we need to have...
And I don't know if there's any going back. I think being optimistic to say, like, hey, everyone, this is a reminder before you start clicking on things, check your sources. That's optimistic to hope that people will do that. I was just reading a New Yorker piece on the GO train this morning that's sort of reminding us that we live in an internet age where users take the word of a random YouTuber over a credentialed mainstream expert. And even further, how can a society function when the rejection of knowledge becomes a political act? And that's exactly...
Been a fight for news stations for the past few years.
That line, it's just blowing my... I don't have the answer, obviously. Sorry, spoiler alert. But that is terrifying.
It's terrifying, what you're saying. There's that famous Mark Twain quote that says, a lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is still putting its shoes on. And so the age of social media has just poured kerosene on that, because a tweet by somebody with a massive platform travels around the world, regardless if it's true or not. And sadly, this is going to our most primal selves as humans, is that the more salacious and extreme and inflammatory a story, the more we click on it, the more it gets shared. The truth is really boring. Not only is the truth boring, but the lie makes people money. Alex Jones became a multi-millionaire spewing conspiracy theories. He had a podcast. He was kicked off of all the social media platforms, so he started his own shows. Why did he have even $1.5 billion to pay out? Because he had made $1 billion on lies.
On the pain of those parents who lost their children.
And the only time he shut his mouth was when a judge finally said, $800 million is what you got to pay to those families.
Right. Now he has nothing to say.
And now he has nothing to say. Lawsuits.
I mean, unfortunately, Imane won't be the last victim of this particular story. I mean, gender continues to be scrutinized in a very particular way, particularly for women. And on top of that, of course, trans people and intersex people. So I think there just needs to continue to be people drawing attention to this as a topic and nuance being brought to it, because it's not going to go away.
Also, you know what? I would love to call out the Adidas, Nike, like New Balance, any of these sports clothing companies to be like, put her in your next campaign. We're talking about a gold medal winner here, by the way. You want to make headlines? Do that. I would be on the phone with her ages ago. So hopefully they do that.
Smart.
Hey there, what did you think? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can find more on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. See you soon.